So, what if you could actually see a health crisis coming? I mean, really see it, just by listening to the words people are using every single day. Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on the hidden signals in our health data and uncover the patterns almost no one saw.
Okay, put yourself in this situation. Imagine you're a public health official. Every day, you're hit with a literal tsunami of information. So how on earth do you find that one brewing crisis when it's just a tiny whisper, hidden in millions and millions of words?
This isn't a hypothetical, you know? This is the reality of modern public health. It's a massive challenge, and it has a name: the data deluge. We're talking about a vast ocean of unstructured information, and somewhere, deep inside it, are the clues that can literally save lives. So, what does this data even look like? Well, forget about nice, neat spreadsheets. This is the messy stuff. We're talking about daily reports from clinics, doctor's notes, those super dense official documents, lab results, and yeah, even the transcripts from 911 calls. It's all text, it's all human, and it's all over the place. So, who's going to read all that? A person can't. There's just no way, not at this scale. And that's exactly where AI steps in. Think of it as our digital detective, and we're about to introduce its most powerful tool, something called natural language processing, or, as you've probably heard it, NLP. So what is NLP, really? Well, simply put, it gives computers the ability to do something we do without thinking: to read, to understand context, and to actually pull meaning from our language. It's the technology that lets us finally start making sense of that data deluge and find those crucial signals hiding in all the noise. Okay, so how does our digital detective actually find these clues? Let's pop the hood for a minute and see how this thing really works. How it goes from just, counting words to uncovering these complex, hidden themes that a human might miss. So the first tool in the toolkit is pretty straightforward. It's called word frequency. And yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. The AI just counts how often certain words or phrases pop up. You can almost picture it like a giant, constantly changing word cloud for an entire city's health data, showing us what terms are bubbling to the surface. But here's the thing. Just counting words only gets you so far. Word frequency can tell us what people are talking about. Words like fever, cough, headache. And that's useful for sure. But the next level, topic modeling, that tells us the story behind those words. It can connect the dots to find hidden themes, like, say, a sudden cluster of unusual respiratory symptoms in region X. It reveals the underlying conversations happening in the data. Now, topic modeling isn't magic, even though it kind of feels like it. It's really a three-step process. First, the system just reads or ingests thousands and thousands of documents. Then, it starts to find patterns, identifying words that seem to show up together a lot. And finally, it groups those patterns into distinct topics, giving us this incredible bird's-eye view of the key themes. And the engine that drives all this, it's a really powerful statistical algorithm. You can just think of it as the secret recipe that lets the AI sort all of that word chaos into clean, meaningful topics. It's what turns the mess into something we can actually understand and act on. Okay, so that's the tech, that's how it works. But let's get to the important part. Why does any of this matter? This isn't just some cool academic project. It has a massive, real-world impact on all of us. The biggest, most jaw-dropping impact is speed. Just look at this. Before NLP, trying to spot an outbreak from text reports could take weeks, sometimes even months. Now, with AI scanning that data 24/7, that response time can be slashed down to a matter of days. That is a game changer. And that speed, it creates this incredible ripple effect of benefits. We're talking about early outbreak detection, real-time disease monitoring, and even understanding public sentiment and concerns as a crisis unfolds. It helps officials make smarter, faster decisions about where to send help and resources, making the entire system so much more responsive. So this technology is already changing the game. But honestly, we are just scratching the surface of what's possible. So what's next? Let's talk for a moment about the future of insight and the patterns we haven't even thought to look for yet. So I'll leave you with this one thought. We can now see the patterns hidden in the words we all use. The real question is, what patterns are we going to look for next? What do you think? Where else could this technology make a huge difference? Let us know down in the comments. We actually read all of them, and we'd love to hear what you think. And of course, what topics you want us to break down next. And hey, if you want to keep exploring these kinds of big ideas with us, make sure you subscribe. If you're more of a listener, you can find the audio version of this explainer on all the major podcast platforms. We put the link right in the description for you. Thanks for watching.